Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Good afternoon and welcome to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Manchester United versus Newcastle from Old Trafford. The festive season has once again delivered nothing but misery for Manchester United, who suffered 4 Premier League defeats in December, with the Red Devils slumping to an outrageously low 14th in the table. Head coach Ruben Amorim's insistence that his side need to survive set fans wondering whether he was referring to their current slump or the season in general. His desperation comes as little surprise, as 5 defeats Amorim has suffered in his first 10 matches is the most of any new manager since Walter Crickmere in 1932. While his side stand on the verge of losing 5 games in the same calendar month for the first time in over 62 years, despite the pair's contrasting form, the visit of Newcastle may be just what the Red Devils need. They've lost just 1 of the last 39 league meetings on home turf against the Magpies. Even with such a record against them, Newcastle remarkably travelled to Old Trafford as narrow favourites after a formidable run of form that's seen them win their last 3 games by an aggregate score of 11-0. The 3-0 crushing of 10-man Aston Villa on Boxing Day was perhaps the most impressive, as it lifted the Magpies into the top 5 and back into contention for a UEFA Champions League finish. Eddie Howe's side will take some stopping in their current form, and 4th successive win without conceding a goal would mark a set of 4 straight top-flight wins to nil since April 2012. And while they're struggling at this venue, historically Newcastle have actually won 2 of the last 3 league meetings with Manchester United as a whole, as many as managed in their previous 16. So with that in mind, let's take a look at some of the team news that we've got ahead of today. Manchester United missing 2 key players. Manuel Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes are both suspended. Joshua Zirkzee and Christian Eriksen step in for them. Matthias de Ligt and Casemiro step in for Lenny Yoro and Kobe Mainoo. Newcastle United are unchanged. So this is the starting lineup that Ruben Amorim has chosen for today's game. Andre Onana in goal. Lisandro Martinez, who's the captain today, deputising for Bruno Fernandes. Harry Maguire, Matthias de Ligt, Diogo Dalot, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Nusayr Mazraoui, Joshua Zirkzee, Amad Diallo and Rasmus Højlund. For Newcastle, it is Martin Dubravka continues to deputise in goal for the injured Nick Pope. Lewis Hall, Dan Burn, Fabian Schär and Kieran Trippier. Joel Linton, Sandro Tonali and the captain Bruno Fernandes are the 3 in midfield, with Anthony Gordon, leading scorer Alexander Isak and Jacob Murphy leading the line. The substitutes today, starting with Manchester United, Altay Bayindir continues to wait for his chance in the Premier League. Tyrell Malacia, Lenny Yoro, 16-year-old Godwill Tonke could make his debut today at just 16 years of age, his senior debut for Manchester United. Kobe Mainoo, Toby Collier, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho and Anthony. And of course for Newcastle, they have backup goalkeeper Odysseus Vlachodimos, Tino Livramento, Lloyd Kelly, Harvey Barnes, Miguel Almiron, Joe Willock, Sean Longstaff, Lewis Miley and William Osula. The referee today is Simon Hooper. He's age 42. He's from Swindon in Wiltshire. And the record between these 2 teams, well, it's very much in favour of Manchester United. 179 overall meetings, 92 wins for Manchester United, 41 draws and 46 wins for Newcastle. means that Newcastle already have a 25% win ratio against Manchester United over the existence of this fixture. Last time Newcastle won at home, won against Manchester United away, was on the 7th of December 2013, a 1-0 win. And 3 out of the last 4 games, they have kept a clean sheet at Newcastle United. And, they will start today in buoyant form. Manchester United, they have a lot to prove as the players gathering towards the centre circle now. We're waiting for the referee just to get the game underway. It's a packed house here at Old Trafford, desperately looking for a victory. These Manchester United fans. Well, they are in black and white jerseys with black shorts and white socks. Manchester United in their home jerseys, red shirts, white shorts and black socks. And it's going to be Newcastle who'll be attacking the Stretford end. That's a goal to our left, for those of you unsure. And the game is just about to get underway now. And we're underway as Newcastle United get this Premier League game underway on the 30th of December 2024. It's cleared forward, picked up here by Guimaraes. Guimaraes just drops it back to Hall. Here's Tonali. Tonali plays the ball out to the left-hand side, but it is over the head of Anthony Gordon, and it's going to be a throw-in for Manchester United. And it's Nusa Mazraoui down on that right-hand side that's going to take it. And it's got options left and right. It's just inside his own half of the field. He drops it to Harry Maguire. Back to Mazraoui, who drops the ball all the way back to Matthijs de Ligt. And he goes back to Andre Onana in the Manchester United goal. Well, he has come under some criticism as well, Onana, as of late. A 1.33 goals against average for Onana. And only a 68% save percentage, so he's struggled a bit this season. Here is, that's a good challenge there by Diogo Dalot, as breaking in on the far side was Jacob Murphy. And that's a really, really good challenge by the Portuguese wing-back. As it's back with Andre Onana now in the Manchester United goal, as he just drops it and launches the ball downfield. The heads go up in the air. It's almost flicked on there by Xerxes. In the end, it's picked up by Guimaraes. Drops it to Joel Linton. Back to Guimaraes. Guimaraes was almost dispossessed there by Diallo, but eventually keeps possession, but then loses the ball under the challenge there of Amad Diallo. Score updates at the moment. Ipswich are beating Chelsea 1-0. Liam Delap with the goal there. So I'll keep you updated on these other goals going around the country right now. Brighton also winning at Villa Park 1-0 as well. And the ball is dropped back into the Manchester United half of the field, and it's picked up by Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt just holds up the ball here now, and he plays it across to Harry Maguire. De Ligt just knocks the ball forward here to Mazraoui. Mazraoui just almost on the halfway line. That's a good challenge there by Joel Linton, and he finds Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon goes down under pressure, but no free kick, says the referee. And Mazraoui gives the ball to Eriksson, who gives the ball to Xerxes. Xerxes just gives the ball away to Fabian Schär. That's a very poor ball by Xerxes, and it's cleared into the Manchester United half. Chasing it is Alexander Isak, but coming out to deal with that is Andre Onana, and it's going to be a throw to Newcastle, almost level with the Manchester United penalty area down the left-hand side. Already Newcastle getting themselves, trying to put pressure early on in Newcastle, and the one thing Manchester United won't want is to concede an early goal, or this place may become quite toxic. Here's Lewis Hall. Hall just drops the ball back there. That's a good pass. And picking up the ball there is Dan Burn, and it's played across there to Guimaraes. Guimaraes to Murphy. Murphy to Isak. Back to Guimaraes. Guimaraes plays the ball long there. Oh, Lewis Hall's picked up the ball. He gets across it to the back post, and it's headed in by Alexander Isak. And it's a goal for Newcastle United. And it's Alexander Isak after just 4 minutes. Gives Newcastle United the lead. And well, I can't say it's been coming. It's been an interesting start by both sides, but it was a beautiful cross by Lewis Hall, and it was just headed down by Alexander Isak, completely unmarked. And this is very poor defending by Manchester United again. Just take a look at this one more time. The ball goes across to Lewis Hall. Hall's cross is pinpointed to Isak. Well, with Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire there, neither of them getting close to Isak at all. A free header from the edge of the 6-yard box, and that, it typifies Manchester United's form as of late. Very, very poor. And they take the 1-goal lead. The goal is in fact being reviewed by VAR, so they are checking this goal. And it looks like it might be for offside. So Manchester United might get away with this one. We'll just see. It's currently being reviewed. I don't see where the offside is, if there is any. For me, it looks perfectly onside. But let's take a look. I don't see anywhere where this goal should be disallowed. I think they're going to allow this. This, to me, seems to be a perfectly fine goal. It's not even close. But we're still waiting for them to give an answer here. Alexander Isak is wanting to know what's going on. Maguire, well, he's looking at it. Newcastle fans are celebrating. They believe it's a goal. I do too. And it's given. The goal is given. And Manchester United take the Newcastle United take the 1-goal lead. And, well, the goal is given. Manchester United lead by a goal to... Newcastle United lead by a goal to 0. And here's Harry Maguire now, as he drops the ball back there to Matthijs de Ligt. Sends the ball forward, looking for Højlund. It just bounces off the top of Højlund's head and goes through to the goalkeeper. As the goal given there from the potential offside. I didn't even see where there might even be an offside there. The nearest, I think, was Lewis Hall down on this near side, but he was onside by a yard at least. Here is Fabian Schär. Gives the ball to Tonali. Tonali returns it to Schär. Oh, that's a really good ball there to Alexander Isak. He gives the ball to Jacob Murphy. And that's a good challenge by Diogo Dalla, just watching Murphy on that right-hand side. Murphy drops the ball back. And it's given to Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes to Isak. Isak is dispossessed that time, though, by Matthijs de Ligt. But Manchester United lose the ball again. And it's going to be a free kick, in fact, for a foul. As Ruben Amorim looking very, very frustrated. It has to be said. He's very animated over there. And the free kick is for Manchester United. It's inside their own half, not by much, but the ball is played over the halfway line now. Played back to Martinez. Martinez, he's the captain this afternoon, of course. Bruno Fernandes is suspended following his second yellow card against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Here's Amad Diallo. Diallo has got Gordon and Byrne around him, and he's given the ball away as Amad Diallo has in fact put the ball out of play. And there's a throw into Newcastle, which is taken quickly by Lewis Hall, and he's tripped there by Amad Diallo, and it's going to be a free kick for Newcastle United. Well, Lewis Hall, it was his ball that was delivered so perfectly into the box to Alexander Isak, and it really was an absolutely superb pass. As here's Dan Byrne now. Drops the ball to Tonali. Tonali flicks it on to Lewis Hall again. Hall now just getting over the halfway line for Newcastle United. Gives the ball to Guimaraes. And it's flicked on there, but it only finds Harry Maguire. And now Manchester United knocking the ball around with Christian Eriksen. Eriksen plays the ball to the right-hand side. And it's dropped back to Martinez again. Martinez to Eriksen. Eriksen drops the ball back to Casemiro. Casemiro plays a long pass, but there's too much on that. and it goes behind for the goal kick. And he was perhaps looking for Diogo Dalla that was chasing that ball. As we look again at this goal, and Martinez and Maguire are right there tracking Alexander Isak. They were ball watching. As this ball was beautifully delivered into the box. Maguire and Lisandro Martinez both ball watching, and it is 1-0. And you can see Casemiro having a go there as well, as the team itself not functioning at its best. Here's Joe Linton, Jacob Murphy now. Murphy launches the ball towards the back post, but it's just away from Isak that time, and Amad Diallo clears the ball. Surprise, surprise, Chelsea have equalised at Portman Road, but I believe that goal is also under VAR review. Here's Tonali. Tonali gives the ball there to Bruno Guimaraes, who drops the ball back to Jacob Murphy. And here is Fabian Schär, gives the ball back to Guimaraes, and here's Tonali now. Tries to play the ball through to Isak. It's picked up by Guimaraes. It just bounced off Gala for a moment, and Guimaraes has the ball back. And once again, he gets the ball back off Fabian Schär this time. Plays the ball across here to Dan Burn. Dan Burn gives it to Lewis Hall. Hall drops the ball back into his own half, back to Burn, and Burn sends the ball forward long for the chasing Anthony Gordon. Gordon, oh, that's beautiful by Gordon, tucks away from Mazraoui, and it bounces back to Joe Linton with a shot, and just wide. Oh, that was a chance. As Anthony Gordon just turned Nusa Mazraoui inside out there, and the ball was played long, which Gordon beat Mazraoui for pace, and he just flicked it between his legs and played the ball across, and it deflected out off De Ligt to Joe Linton, and he struck the shot wide. That's actually, I would put that down as a chance for Joe Linton, really. Here's Diogo Dalla now for Manchester United. He's just inside his own half of the field and plays the ball forward to Xerxes. Xerxes tries to play the ball through to Højlund, but that's good play by Dan Burn. Just gets the ball back to Martin Dubravka. As Burn now does a quick 1-2 there with Kieran Trippier. Tonali gives the ball to Lewis Hall. Hall down that right-hand side. He's already had a lot of joy down that side, along with Anthony Gordon as well, as Nusa Mazraoui has had a very difficult start to this game. That goal, by the way, at Chelsea and Ipswich, it's still being looked at by VAR. Goodness me. Here is Lewis Hall. Lifts the ball over the top there, chasing Alexander Isak. Good interception that time by Mazraoui, but he gives the ball to Joel Linton only. And Alexander Isak cuts inside now, beats one, beats two, tries to get a shot away, and it's blocked. And it comes back to Guimaraes, who tried to flick the ball onto Jacob Murphy, but Diogo Dalla was awake to it. And here's Murphy again now. Jacob Murphy, this is all Newcastle in this first 12 minutes. And for Manchester United to be dominated at home like this, it's Bruno Guimaraes. Flicks the ball back to Gordon, but that's good play by Casemiro, getting in there and clearing the ball away. By the way, that goal for Chelsea has been ruled out from VAR, so they're still 1-0 at Portman Road, at least for now. Here's Lewis Hall. Hall drops the ball back there to Fabian Schär. It's now with Sandro Tonali. Tonali, long ball over the top there, looking for Anthony Gordon. He's got Mazraoui in front of him again. Anthony Gordon just cuts back and plays the ball to Tonali. Sandro Tonali he almost ran into the referee there. Mr. Hooper was just standing right behind him. Did well to get out of his way in the end. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Drop the ball back into his own half of the field. Fabian Schär looking for a long ball. Oh, and Lewis Hall might be in here. Oh, that is good recovery that time. Getting back and making the challenge, a vital challenge there by Amad Diallo, getting back and making that challenge. But they've still got the ball of Newcastle with Joel Linton. He gives the ball to Bruno Guimaraes. Out on the right-hand side to Jacob Murphy. Murphy towards the back post, and there's Anthony Gordon. And he just puts it wide. And at the moment, Manchester United's defence is being run ragged right now. They are being given a footballing lesson at the moment by the Magpies. And you have to wonder whether Manchester United should perhaps be 2 or 3 down by now with the chances, especially with the one falling to Joel Linton. And, well, Manchester United going to have to pull their socks up here if they want to get back into this game. Cleared downfield, headed on there to Fabian Schär, and Joshua Zirkzee is down, and the referee has stopped play, possibly for the head injury and a potential free kick. So while Zirkzee is down, I will get you the goal scorer from the Aston Villa and Brighton game, I hope. Not able to bring you that right now, I'm afraid. But they are winning by a 1-0. Brighton at Villa Park, and Ipswich still holding off Chelsea. It is a free kick to Manchester United, following the clash there with Zirkzee. It's taken by Eriksson, who swings the ball forward, hooked away there by Kieran Trippier. And picking the ball up there is Jacob Murphy, who drops it back to Guimaraes. Guimaraes is dispossessed, so now maybe a chance for Manchester United. It's Diogo Dalla. Back to Casemiro. Eriksson drops the ball back into the centre circle. And it's Matthijs de Ligt. And that's good play there by Martinez. Back to Casemiro is Eriksson. Drops the ball back to Martinez. We've had a quarter of an hour gone here. It's Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 1. And the ball is with Sandro Martinez, who launches it forward, looking for Højlund. Good defending by Fabian Schär. And the ball there by Casemiro is played long towards Noussair Mazraoui. Meeting him is Lewis Hall. And Anthony Gordon just picks up the loose ball and drops it back to Dan Burn, who gives it back to Fabian Schär. Schär goes long. He only manages to find Lisandro Martinez, who in turn just turns and goes back to Andre Onana. Onana already conceded the goal. The one thing that Manchester United did not want to do was concede an early goal, and of course they did. And what makes it all the more frustrating for them is the fact that it was such a cheap goal to give away. Here's Fabian Schär. 4 shots, 1 on target by Newcastle, 7 touches in the opposition box. And the Manchester United stats are all 0, and 62% possession for Newcastle as well. Gives you an idea of how the first 16 minutes have gone here at Old Trafford if you're just listening on the radio. Oh, that's a good ball forward, but it's won there by Mazraoui. And now that's headed on by Højlund as far as Eriksson. Eriksson is about 30 yards out. Can he have is he going to pull the trigger? No. He waits too long and is dispossessed by Guimaraes. Guimaraes plays the ball forward. A super pass to Murphy. And now Murphy is in 1-on-1. Oh, no. Oh, that's a disappointing finish for... actually, that was Alexander Isak. And he almost tried to lift it over Onana. But what a chance that was for Alexander Isak. It was a superb pass by Guimaraes, right over the top. The Manchester United defence nowhere near. And all he had to do was perhaps slide it under Onana, but he tried to chip him, expecting Onana to go down first. And that wasn't the case. So another chance goes begging for Newcastle. But the 3-man defence for Manchester United at the moment, Martinez, Maguire and De Ligt, are completely at 6s and 7s. Diallo has conceded possession now. And here's Bruno Guimaraes. He gives the ball to Murphy on the right-hand side. Murphy, corner of the penalty area. Going for the byline is Jacob Murphy. Can he get the cross in? But he only finds Diogo Dalla. And that ball will be cleared away and out of play for a throw-in to Newcastle United. Well, it very well could have been 3 already, 3 or 4 even, with the chances that Newcastle have had. And I can only see more coming at this rate. Manchester United are in a mess at the moment on the pitch. And the three centre backs, not sure exactly what they're doing between them, I don't think. Here's Guimaraes, gives the ball to Tonali, a quick 1-2 there. Guimaraes drops the ball out to the left to Anthony Gordon. Gordon's got in front of Mazraoui. Gordon swings the cross in, and there's the header, and it's 2-0, and it's Joel Linton. And Newcastle United get a second goal. It's Joel Linton on 19 minutes. And Manchester United once again beaten in the air. Again, Joel Linton, another header from inside the 6-yard box, not really picked up again. They don't seem to have learnt their lesson from the last time. And it is 2-0 now to Newcastle United as we take a look at this goal again. And we can just see it here. The ball is first of all down on this near side with Anthony Gordon on the left. Anthony Gordon pulls back and swings across in. Joel Linton just ghosting in. The nearest to him was Lisandro Martinez, and he doesn't really challenge for the ball, does Martinez either. The cross coming in, and it's just headed home. And it was too easy. It's too easy for Newcastle right now. Martinez not even getting close there. And it's 2-0. And it is going to take a radical change of performance, a radical change of attitude for Manchester United to get back into this game. They are 2-0 down right now at home to Newcastle United, where they've only won one in the last 39 games in the league against Manchester United at this ground. And it's looking like a wretched record is going to continue for Manchester United to lose this many games in December as well. They could be potentially facing a record that they haven't seen for 62 years. But let's see whether Manchester United can get themselves back into this game. As it's, you can see Ruben Amorim there. It's, I'm not sure he's really knows what the answer is either, to be honest, right now. I think he's probably wondering what he's let himself in for. And I can understand the frustration of Manchester United fans at the moment. I really can. And this is coming from somebody who's by no means a Manchester United fan, but I can sympathise with it a great deal. The ball is played forward by Dan Burn, headed into the centre circle. That header was won by Maguire, but he only gives the ball away. And here is Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes challenged from behind. And the play goes on, and there's an opportunity now for Manchester United with Rasmus Højlund. Aston Villa have equalised against Brighton at Villa Park. And the ball is back now with Mazraoui. And again now with Matthijs de Ligt, as Manchester United just trying to slow things down in this game. The ball is over the halfway line to Lisandro Martinez. He plays it short to Casemiro. Back to Martinez. Martinez to Diogo Dalot. Back to Martinez again. Martinez holding the ball up, gives the ball to Casemiro as Manchester United continue to try to create something. Joshua Zirkzee fighting to keep the ball there. Good work by him. Diogo Dalot, and gives the ball to Casemiro. And over the halfway line now comes Matthijs de Ligt. Diallo. Good ball to Casemiro. Casemiro drops the ball back there to de Ligt. And across there to Casemiro and over to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez to Dalot. Manchester United, I think, are just at the moment just comfortable keeping possession for a time, just to take the sting out of this Newcastle play right now. They've started so well, the Magpies. It's Ahmed Diallo drops it back to de Ligt. He goes all the way back to Andre Onana. Onana clears the ball across there to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez tries to clear the ball long and just trying to hold up. Oh, he held the ball up well there, did Højlund, and he gets the ball back off Diogo Dalot. Oh, that's a super challenge by Fabian Schär. Super piece of defending. And here is Casemiro, no. And Mazraoui. Mazraoui cuts inside, gives it to Zirkzee. Zirkzee looking back for Mazraoui, but winning the ball comfortably there was Lewis Hall. And he slips the ball there to Bruno Guimaraes. Under the challenge of two players, and that'll be a free kick, surely. Oh, oh, well, that's interesting. The referee has not given it. That looked like a pretty blatant free kick to me, but play goes on anyway. Here is Eriksen, gives the ball to Casemiro again. just over the Newcastle halfway line here, Manchester United. Here's Diogo Dalla. He drops the ball back there to Lisandro Martinez. And gives the ball there to Casemiro. Back to Martinez and Diogo Dalla. Back to Martinez again. And drops the ball back to the keeper. As he gives the ball there to Matthijs de Ligt. Oh, under pressure is de Ligt from Anthony Gordon. Good work by Anthony Gordon, closing Matthijs de Ligt down. It comes off him and goes behind for a goal kick, but the Newcastle fans certainly appreciating that bit of commitment there by Anthony Gordon. As we look again at the goal by Joel Linton, I do wonder whether, I think Joel Linton got the touch. It also came off Martinez's head as well, I think. It is Joel Linton's goal because it was on target when he headed it, but they just weren't close enough, were they? They just, the three centre-backs, that's the second time a header has been allowed in that area of the field. The ball is played forward now, but it's intercepted by Lisandro Martinez. It's played forward by Casemiro, but he just gives the ball away there. Bruno Guimaraes just winning that battle there of head tennis. And here's Joel Linton, gives the ball there to Isak. One quick 1-2 with Gordon. Isak gives the ball to Lewis Hall. Hall cutting towards the middle of the pitch. Hall gets a shot away. It's a good effort. And Onana just plucks it out of the air. We've had 25 minutes gone here. It's Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 2. As Lewis Hall is the latest to have a crack on the Manchester United goal. Behind it is Andre Onana, but Newcastle still have the ball here. Here's Tonali with a shot, takes a deflection, and it's just wide. Oh, Sandro Tonali. And again, it was off the camera, so I didn't see how Newcastle won the ball back there. But Andre Onana had the ball in his hands, and I don't see how they gave the ball away again so cheaply. But Sandro Tonali just struck the shot. It took a deflection. It's a corner to Newcastle. And just going to see who is over there taking it. Looks like it might be Anthony Gordon. As Dan Burn is in there, Fabian Schär is in there, Isak, well, of course, he's in there. Sandro Tonali too. It's actually swung in towards the... Oh, and Andre Onana. They went for goal with that corner. And Andre Onana, this time making sure he got right behind it. It was Kieran Trippier's corner, in fact. And this time, Andre Onana making sure he gets full hands behind it. Of course, he conceded one from the corner against Wolves. Well, Kieran Trippier is going to have another go now. Maybe he will put it into the 6-yard box this time. He does towards the back post. And, just over the top of the crossbar as Andre Onana nearly let in one there. He just went over his hand. I think he just kind of lost the flight of the ball here. But at the same time, it went over the crossbar, and Manchester United can breathe again. As Andre Onana now with a goal kick, right-footed downfield. It's headed up into the air, and the header is won by Bruno Guimaraes. Here's Dan Burn now. Dan Burn just pulling away there from Højlund. He plays the ball forward. It goes over the head of Anthony Gordon, and is picked up by Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt gives the ball to Eriksen. Eriksen holds the ball up and drops it to Nusa Mesraoui. Mesraoui over the halfway line there to Amad Diallo. Diallo just plays the ball across the width of the pitch to Lisandro Martinez as Manchester United trying to create something. As Diallo plays the ball to Casemiro. Casemiro to Martinez. Back to Casemiro. Lifts the ball up over the top, but there is nobody there apart from Martin Dubravka, who just plucks the ball out of the air. And, well, this has been full of excitement so far, but not if you're a Manchester United fan. And I don't know what the answer is for Manchester United. I've had my opinions on where Manchester United should go from here. Personally, I think they need an absolute clear out at Manchester United at the moment. The ball is now with Harry Maguire. Maguire to Delict to Casemiro. Casemiro lifts the ball forward looking for Amad Diallo, but gets clattered into by Burns. And Joel Linton gives the ball to Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes holds the ball up well. It's Jacob Murphy inside the penalty area, and it's going to be a corner. That's actually a good challenge by Diogo Dalla. And it's going to be another corner for Newcastle United as Amad Diallo just got clattered by Dan Burns there. He's just getting to his feet right now. I want to thank you for joining us here today, taking time out of your day to listen to this game. Really appreciate you spending time with us today, and I hope you're enjoying this match so far. It's going to be, this time, Lewis Hall that's going to take it from this side. He's going to swing the ball in. Oh no, he goes short instead and gives it to Jacob Murphy. Goes back to Trippier. Trippier back to Hall again. Lewis Hall, long way out, tries a shot, it's blocked. It goes across to the right-hand side to Sandro Tonali. He's going to allow the ball to stop, and he gets a crossing again. And there's Dan Burn with a header. Comes back to Isak. Inside the penalty area, Isak, left-hand side. Cuts across the middle. And now here is... Oh, the ball is just played there. Oh, and here's a chance now for Isak. It breaks loose for Isak. He scores! It's 3-0. But I think he's going to be offside. Indeed he is. He's going to be offside. And, well, it was a super finish. Alexander Isak believes he was onside. Let's take a look. The ball is... Oh, he's onside. Oh, not there. Well, here he's not. No, he's offside. The initial pass, I thought he was onside, but the second pass, he certainly was not. And that is a free kick to Manchester United. It's cleared downfield and flicked on by Joshua Zirkzee to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen gives the ball down the left-hand side to Diogo Dalla. And the ball is played forward looking for Amad Diallo. And he tried to go back there to Casemiro, but it's won by Isak, and Isak finds Joel Linton. Joel Linton to Tonali. The ball is played through. Here's Sandro Tonali. Real chance. Oh, he hits the post. Goodness me, what this score could have been by now. Sandro Tonali hits the post one-on-one. What a chance. And now here's Christian Eriksen. Good ball across there looking for Amad Diallo, but it's won back by Lewis Hall. Oh my goodness me, that could have been another goal. I mean, Newcastle could have had 5 or 6 in this first half, and I'm not exaggerating. If you're a Manchester United fan listening in, I appreciate this must be torture for you, but I promise you I am not exaggerating. They really could have had 6 in this first half. And here is Guimaraes, just drops the ball back. And he goes back to the goalkeeper from Kieran Trippier. It's cleared downfield. Already Manchester United looking at making a substitution. That looks like Kobe Mainoo is the one that's going to come on. Here's Amad Diallo. Oh, it's a poor ball by Diallo. Zirkzee was a lot closer to him than he realised. It goes out of play for a throw-in. And Kobe Mainoo, as we look again at this chance for Sandro Tonali. And it started with Guimaraes on the ball there, plays the ball through to Tonali. He does a quick 1-2. It bounces then off Anthony Gordon and just falls to the feet of Tonali. It's Joshua Zirkzee going off. And he doesn't look injured. I'd say this is most definitely tactical. And Kobe Mainoo is coming on. I'm not surprised that he wants to shake things up a little bit, because to be honest with you, this Manchester United performance in the first half has been woeful. And Zirkzee is now, looks like he's heading out to the dressing room. Just put a jacket on, he's heading out for the dressing room. He looks very frustrated in and of himself. Here's Dalot. Drops the ball back there to Martinez. Martinez drops the ball back into the centre circle to Harry Maguire. And it's across to Martinez. Martinez. Long ball forward. And here's Højlund. Perhaps a chance for Manchester United. Oh, Højlund just puts it wide. And that's the closest Manchester United have had. Oh, that was a chance. A real chance to get something back in this game. It was a super through ball. He was onside, and he just lifted it over Dubravka, but it just went the wrong side of the post as far as he was concerned, with Jacob Murphy chasing back. Oh, that's unfortunate for Hoyland. And here's Nusa Mazraoui. Across to Lisandro Martinez. And Casemiro just drops it back to the goalkeeper. And here's Matthijs de Ligt. Gives the ball to Nusa Mazraoui. Plays the ball forward. Just challenging that ball is Hoyland. He touches it off to Kobe Mainoo. But Joel Linton wins the ball back illegally, says the referee. And it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. Rasmus Hoyland coming close for Manchester United there. And it's Ollie Watkins got the equaliser for Villa from the penalty spot, by the way. And Ipswich are still leading Chelsea as they approach half-time there. They're in stoppage time, along with Villa drawing 1-1 with Aston Villa at the same time. Picked up here by Amad Diallo. Diallo drops the ball back to Casemiro. Here's Lisandro Martinez. Manchester United breaking forward in numbers now. Here's Diogo Dallas. Got Murphy in front of him. Oh, it's gone down under the challenge there as Murphy. Is that going to be a free kick? I think the referee has said yes. And we're going to get a free kick to Newcastle United. We have 10 minutes to go till half-time here at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 2. And it could have been so much worse, as Ruben Amorim is barking instructions out on that far side. As Diogo Dalla just stepping back now, and it's going to be a free kick with Martin Dubravka back up really to Nick Pope, as Nick Pope currently has a knee injury at this moment in time. It's played forward. Casemiro wins the ball in the air, but only as far as Jacob Murphy. And it's back with Trippier. Trippier plays the ball forward. Murphy again. Oh, he only gives the ball to Kobe Mainoo. And Manchester United have the ball back. As returning to the bench there is Joshua Zirkzee. And, well, it's been a day really for Zirkzee. It's been a frustrating one for the Manchester United team so far as a whole. Here's Diogo Dalla. Dropped back by Casemiro to Martinez. Martinez just trying to skip away from Bruno Guimaraes. Drops the ball across to Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt forward there. Oh, it's a poor pass by Diallo, but was given away also by Murphy. And now here's Lisandro Martinez just approaching the halfway line. Gives the ball to Casemiro. Casemiro drops the ball there to Mainoo. Mainoo holds the ball up. It's now with the number 3, Nusa Mazraoui for Manchester United. Mazraoui drops the ball back to Mainoo. Mainoo across there to Casemiro. Now to Martinez. It's launched into the box looking for Mazraoui. Mazraoui tries to bring the ball down, but that is solid defending that time by Dan Burn. They're claiming a penalty, but there was nothing in that, or maybe claiming a corner in fairness. But yeah, there was not an awful lot in that challenge. Looks like it might have even come off Dan Burn last, and that might be what Manchester United are claiming. Instead, looks like he's given a goal kick. And Dubravka releases the ball to Dan Burn. To Tonali, who goes back to the goalkeeper. At half-time, I'll just run through the 2 scores from the other games, and then we'll be taking a 15-minute break. But we'll be back for the start of the second half. And here is Anthony Gordon. Gordon just holds the ball up, plays the ball into the centre circle, there to Alexander Isak. Guimaraes plays the ball across there to Trippier. Trippier gives the ball to Guimaraes, who drops it back there to Fabian Schär. Dan Burn, here's Joel Linton. Joel Linton holding up, good strength by Joel Linton. He's already scored 1 goal, so he tries to slip the ball through there to Jacob Murphy, but that didn't work. But Bruno Guimaraes has the ball back now, as Manchester United unable to clear it. Here's Guimaraes. just turning away from Ericsson and drops the ball back to Lewis Hall. Tonali, long ball over on the far side, headed down there by Trippier to Alexander Isak. Isak drops the ball back to Trippier. And it's Jacob Murphy. Murphy back there to Isak. Isak making his way into the middle. Tonali gives the ball to Trippier. And he plays the ball forward here to Isak. Isak slips the ball through to Joel Linton. Joel Linton, he tried to play the ball back to Isak, but it was just behind him. And now Manchester United take possession of the ball. And it's Amad Diallo now. Drops the ball back to Nusa Mezraoui. Mezraoui across there to Matthijs de Ligt. And picked up by Lisandro Martinez. That's a good ball by Martinez. Rasmus Højlund now trying to get to the byline. Fine challenge by Fabian Schär. Trippier unable to keep the ball in play. It's going to be a throw-in. They're in the 12th minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half between Aston Villa and Brighton. As a shot from 35 yards out by Casemiro goes over the crossbar. It's half-time in the other game, Ipswich and Chelsea. As Manchester United are currently warming up Marcus Rashford. And substitutes warming up. I can see there being more substitutions at half-time. I'd be quite surprised if he doesn't change anything else. As here's Fabian Schär, plays the ball across to Dan Burn. Burn to Lewis Hall. Hall holds the ball up back to Dan Burn. And back to the goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka. He releases the ball to Kieran Trippier. Trippier just over the halfway line. Looking for options left and right. And here's Guimaraes. Guimaraes, long ball over the top there to Lewis Hall. Super pass, finding Lewis Hall. He gives the ball to Anthony Gordon. Gordon there to Alexander Isak. Isak trying to cut inside. It's blocked. Just had his way blocked there, did the Swedish international. And the ball is breaking loose and forward to Amad Diallo. But Diallo, under the pressure of Lewis Hall, runs that ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in. And the throw-in is taken quickly. Here is Kobe Mainoo for Manchester United, as he drops the ball back into his own half to Harry Maguire. Across there to Lisandro Martinez, to Dalot. As we are inside the last 5 minutes at the end of this first half. Dalot just had to fight to keep possession there. It's with Lisandro Martinez. 2-0 to Newcastle United on the road at Old Trafford. As here's Matthijs de Ligt. Plays the ball forward looking for Diallo, but nipping in there was Dan Burn to make sure that that didn't get through to Diallo. We've got some football for you on New Year's Day, Brentford versus Arsenal. I'll be able to bring that game for you on New Year's Day. Join us for that for a 5:30 kickoff. As here's Anthony Gordon. Gordon is just dispossessed there by the number 9 Rasmus Højlund. And across to Harry Maguire. And here is Nusa Mezraoui. Mezraoui over the halfway line. Well, that's nicely knocked back there to the number 16, Amad Diallo. And now here's Matthijs de Ligt to Harry Maguire. Manchester United look void of ideas at the moment. It's half-time at Villa Park finally. 1-1 there. Here is Martinez. Just on the halfway line for Manchester United. Across there to Casemiro. Just drops the ball back to De Ligt. Casemiro again. Back to Harry Maguire. Maguire, that's a good ball to Lisandro Martinez. And Ericsson just comes into the play as well. Maguire holds the ball up to Matthijs de Ligt as Manchester United just patiently building up. I think for Manchester United they may just want to get to half-time without conceding any more. As Ahmed is flattened there, Amad Diallo. And it's going to be a free kick for Manchester United. 2 shots for Manchester United, 11 for Newcastle, 4 on target. 16 touches in the opposition box for Newcastle, 2 for Manchester United. Manchester United have gained a possession advantage of 52% in this first half, so that's some improvement. Here's Casemiro. He tries to play the ball forward, but there was Fabian Schär who gives the ball to Bruno Guimaraes. It breaks back loose to Dan Burn. And across there to Fabian Schär. Here's Guimaraes. Guimaraes across to Burn. Schär plays the ball forward. Looking for Jacob Murphy. He flicks the ball on. But that is read well by Diogo Dalot, who just plays it back to the goalkeeper. Be interesting to see how much stoppage time we have at the end of this first half. We'll wait and see on that. Nothing announced as of yet. Here is Eriksson, and just nipping in there, Sandro Tonali to win that ball back. As cleared away by Martin Dubravka. As Manchester United now doing well at the moment, but trying to get themselves back into the game. They have improved as the game has gone on in terms of possession-wise, but they haven't really created anything. As here's Nusa Mesraoui now, plays the ball forward, but he only finds Dan Burn, who plays the ball to Isak, who drops it off to Guimaraes. Isak gets the ball back over the halfway line now. He's got Jacob Murphy on the far side. Murphy holds the ball up. With a cross coming in by Tonali, headed out by Maguire. Only as far as Lewis Hall. We have 3 minutes additional time added on at the end of this first half. And here's Lewis Hall. Hall to Tonali. Tonali across to Trippier. And here is Guimaraes. And back to the halfway line. There to the number 5, Fabian Schär. Schär has the ball inside his own half. Looking for options left and right, Fabian Schär. And it's played forward to Joel Linton. Joel Linton again. Just trying to turn there, but in the end he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Dubravka. It's now with Fabian Schär. Outside of the boot pass is a bad one. It goes to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo, here's a chance. Oh, Casemiro. What an opportunity. Oh, he's put it wide. He's going to look at that. That was a really, really good chance. It was a terrible ball by Fabian Schär with the outside of the boot. Gave it straight to Kobe Mainoo, actually, and then to Casemiro, and he curls it wide of the goal. But that is an opportunity. The two chances really falling to Højlund and Casemiro, neither of them taking it. And as a consequence, this is they basically could have been going in at half time 2 apiece, but missing those opportunities. Well, the header goes up into the air to Matthijs de Ligt. And here is Joel Linton. Joel Linton is dispossessed by Mainoo. Good work by him. Ball played forward by Matthijs de Ligt. But he only finds Kieran Trippier. Gives it to Tonali. Tonali delivers the ball back to Trippier. Here's Jacob Murphy. Steps back into his own half. And drops the ball back there to Fabian Schär. It's Schär again. Needs to be a little bit more careful. That pass was a dreadful pass that went straight to Kobe Mainoo. It's now with Dubravka. Dubravka lifts the ball over Diallo and finds Lewis Hall. And now here's Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon to Guimaraes. Oh, he played the pass too short to Tonali. And it was nipped in and won back by Kobe Mainoo. And he gives the ball to Amad Diallo down the right-hand side. Diallo, Lewis Hall immediately surrounding him, along with Anthony Gordon. And Nusa Mesraoui puts the ball out of play as we approach the half-time. Here they've played the full 3 minutes. We're just waiting for the referee to blow for half time here. And look at Ruben Amorim. He looks so frustrated. There's nothing more that I can add to that. He just looks absolutely, well, it's perhaps one of the more interesting looks I've seen on any particular manager's face. But that's it. It's half-time, and Manchester United are going in 2-0 down at home. against Newcastle United. Goals on 4 minutes by Alexander Isak and again on 19 minutes by Joel Linton means that Newcastle United go into a strong lead at half-time. They very well could have had 6, but missed chances by Rasmus Højlund and Casemiro mean that Manchester United go in 2 goals down at half-time. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Just to give you some updates, it's Aston Villa 1, Brighton 1, and Ipswich 1, Chelsea 0 is the score at half-time there. So we're going to take a 15-minute break, and we'll be back for the start of the second half. Welcome back to the start of the second half, and Manchester United have just got the game underway. There's no substitutions by either side at half time, and we'll keep you up to date with the other scores. I believe Aston Villa have taken the lead against Brighton, and listen to this, Ipswich are now 2-0 up against Chelsea at Portman Road. So some surprise scores coming through for you there. And it's now back with Dan Burn, the Newcastle defender, and across there to Lewis Hall, as Newcastle now just trying to take up from where they left off, really. As we'll just run through the lineups for you for Manchester United. Andre Onana, Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Matthias de Ligt, Diogo Dalla, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Nusa Mesraoui, not Joshua Zirkzee now, of course, it's Kobe Mainoo, Amad Diallo and Rasmus Højlund. Newcastle, as you were as well, Martin Dubravka, Lewis Hall, Dan Burn, Fabian Schär, Kieran Trippier, Joel Linton, Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, Anthony Gordon, Alexander Isak and Jacob Murphy. We've had some comments in the comments section. I'm just going to read those out in a moment after this free kick for Newcastle United. It's just over the halfway line, and it's going to be taken here by Kieran Trippier, who launches the ball into the 6-yard box, and going down there under pressure looked like it was Dan Burn. Referee tells him to get up as Sandro Tonali wins the ball back off Rasmus Højlund, but it goes out of play for a throw-in. So good evening, Paul. Well, Manchester United, they're not really as good as they used to be. This is coming from a neutral. That is a big shock for Chelsea, but these teams in the relegation zone do create shock results. Good evening to you, Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming. Hope you are doing well this evening, my friend. So here is Diogo Dalla now for Manchester United. He gives the ball to Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo to Casemiro. Across to Diallo. And there's Matthias de Ligt. And de Ligt again to Amad Diallo, and here is Lisandro Martinez. He's got Diogo Dalla overlapping. Is he going to find him? He does. It's just down the left-hand side by Diallo. He drops it back to Lisandro Martinez. Casemiro launches the ball into the box, so the heads go up in the air. It's Dan Burn that time, gets a head on it, and finally knocks the ball out of the danger zone, and actually manages to find Anthony Gordon. Gordon plays the ball into the middle there to Isak. Isak drops the ball back to Gordon. Down the left-hand side, Gordon drops the ball back to Burn, and here's Sandro Tonali. Just trying to get away from Mainoo, gives the ball to Isak again. Isak is challenged by Mainoo, and it's going to be a throw-in. It's been given the way of Newcastle United, much to the chagrin of the Manchester United player there, Kobe Mainoo. I'm doing very well, thank you, Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming. Hope you're enjoying this game, bringing to you this evening. Newcastle United holding off Manchester United at Old Trafford right now, and this game is going to be an absolute corker in the second half if Manchester United can get one back. But should Newcastle add a third, I don't know what the final score will be. As that goes back to the goalkeeper, Andre Onana, from Harry Maguire. It's now with Lisandro Martinez, back to Diogo Dalla. Diogo Dalla outside of his boot, just plays the ball forward. It goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Manchester United. And well, one thing I will say really, and what we've seen basically out of Newcastle and Manchester United in this game, is that both sides have tried to create chances. It's just not happened really for Manchester United. Not really for much of this game anyway. Now there's just a stoppage in play at the moment. And we will get, here we go, it's back underway. It goes forward for Manchester United. And it's going to be a corner, actually, down this near side. As we just take a look at that again, it looks like it was just gotten on the end of that was Fabian Schär to knock that behind for a corner. And it's going to be taken down that right-hand side by Christian Eriksen. This is Manchester United's first corner of the game. It's swung in, it's bouncing around there, and it's just headed away by Lewis Hall back to Mazraoui, and he was closed down by Dan Burn, but just for a moment, Newcastle come very, very close there, and it's dropped back to the goalkeeper. And now Newcastle United trying to play the ball forward here. And again, Manchester United with Christian Eriksen has nipped in to win that back. He flicks it there to Højlund, to Mainoo. It's now with Casemiro. And he is going to get the cross in here. And it goes straight through to the goalkeeper. It's a poor cross in the end by Casemiro. Manchester United 2-0 to the good right now. And here's Harry Maguire. It's back with Lisandro Martinez. And here's Matthijs de Ligt to Kobbie Mainoo. De Ligt. We've had 6 minutes gone at the start of this second half. Manchester United looking a bit more livelier at the beginning of the second half. We've also got Chris Unwin in the chat as well as a Manchester United fan. Oh, Nasir. Be interesting to know your thoughts, Chris, on that first half performance. Certainly wasn't the best by Manchester United. Would be interesting if you want to just pop your thoughts in the chat there. I'll read them out for you. Just I know the performance was terrible, so please keep the language clean if you don't mind. The ball is played forward to Alexander Isak, but coming back and winning that is Harry Maguire. The ball is cleared downfield, but here's Guimaraes now, and Guimaraes going down under the challenge of Lisandro Martinez. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to be midway inside the Manchester United half of the field. Well, he cut across, did Martinez. He got nowhere near it, and really that's a very unpleasant challenge, really. But standing over this now is Dan Burn, Anthony Gordon, and also Kieran Trippier. It may be Trippier. He's just being spoken to by the referee. Trippier just standing over it with Anthony Gordon. And Andre Onana is just trying to organise his wall. But there's a little bit of delay right now as our referee is just making sure that everything's in order. The free kick is taken. It's launched towards the penalty area and headed out by Harry Maguire and goes all the way back to the centre circle. And it's dropped back by Tonali to the goalkeeper. And it's cleared downfield. And now it's with Kobbie Mainoo, who's battling hard there to get away from Sandro Tonali. Mainoo finds Rasmus Højlund. Good play by him. And that's a nice ball by Christian Eriksen to Lisandro Martinez. The ball is played through now, and bringing this one down under control is Højlund. He drops it back to Amad Diallo. Diallo with a shot. It's blocked. And it comes back there to the number 6, which is Lisandro Martinez. Chris has passed on his thoughts. I'll read them out in a moment. And here is Diogo Dalla. It's Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo just holds the ball up to Lisandro Martinez. Mainoo, I think, has made a big difference since he's come on in this game for Manchester United. It has certainly looked a little bit more creative in the final third. Here's Mainoo again. Ball played forward there to Casemiro, and it's now with Nusa Mazraoui, and now with Lisandro Martinez. Casemiro. Oh, Casemiro was dispossessed there. And now Newcastle on the break with Alexander Isak. He's got Anthony Gordon on the far side. Anthony Gordon now just drops the ball back there to Joe Linton. So let's go through this comment. Chris says no, it certainly wasn't, but it was expected, especially after our defeat to Wolves on Boxing Day, which I thought we would have won. come on, Mainu, try to get an opportunity. Well, my sympathies do go out to you, Chris, and actually the Manchester United fans as a whole at the moment, because it's such a shame to see such a big club in 14th place right now. And myself, I have my own opinions on it, of course, but here's Dan Burn now, or Kieran Trippier rather. Trippier is just going to put the ball out, and we're just going to have a slight stoppage in play. It's still 2-1 between Aston Villa and Brighton. Ipswich are still leading Chelsea by 2-0. And of course, we're still 2-0 here as well. So it looks like there may be a change in the reckoning here. And it looks like Tino Livramento is ready to come on. Kieran Trippier is down, and he may be looking at a change, but we'll see what's given. But Tino Livramento is coming on, so I think that that change is going to happen. Let's see. So it's going to be Kieran Trippier for Tino Livramento, the England international. Such a shame for Kieran Trippier. He's had a lot of injury problems, and it's a pity that that he's now going to have another one. Let's hope he's not out for any great length of time. And here, Alexander Isak is dispossessed there by Harry Maguire. And Diogo Dalot just picks up the ball right now. Dalot drops it back to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez holds up the ball and plays the ball there across to Trippier. Is actually back on the field, so I don't think that this substitution is actually going to happen. Tino Livramento was preparing to come on, and there is Mainu. Mainu is dispossessed by Sandro Tonali, and again by Bruno Guimaraes. He's dispossessed that time by Højlund, and it's now with Diogo Dalot. Dalot tries to get the cross in, but that's blocked by Kieran Trippier, as it now does not look like that substitution is going to take place. But Tino Livramento is still there, so maybe it will, and I think it is now, in fact. Kieran Trippier now coming off, and Tino Livramento will be coming on in his stead, as the Newcastle United fans applauding the effort of Kieran Trippier. And well, Tino Livramento is now on. He's an England international. It's be interesting to see how he gets on down that side, facing up with Diogo Dalot, as it's now Diogo Dalot with that throw-in. It's level with the Newcastle United 6-yard box. So this throw-in is going to be launched into the penalty area by Diogo Dalot. He's going for the long one, and it's tried to be flicked on there by Casemiro. The ball's up in the air. It's bouncing around, falls to Kobbie Mainoo, and it's blocked. This time by Dan Burn. Mazraoui picks up the ball and gives it to Diallo. Diallo pulls the ball back to Mainoo. Mainoo gets it to Eriksen. The cross comes into Casemiro. He heads it, but it's bouncing around inside the Newcastle penalty area. Harry Maguire picks up the ball, drops it back to Diogo Dalot, and back to Eriksen. Here is Mainoo. Good ball now to the number 20, Diogo Dalot. Dalot tries to get the cross in. There's a header! Oh, it's off the post. It bounces back. And unfortunately for Manchester United, it wasn't put in by Rasmus Højlund, but the header just smashed off the post, and Manchester United come very close to getting a goal back there. And well, here's Kobbie Mainoo, and Manchester United given perhaps a spark of confidence from that header, and it's now with Lisandro Martinez across to De Ligt. Is Amad Diallo. Good work by Diallo. He drops the ball back into his own half to Harry Maguire, and the ball is played forward looking for Diallo, but cutting across well to make that challenge is Fabian Schär, and puts the ball out of play. And we are going to take a look again at this cross from Dalot, And it's Harry Maguire, of course, with the header, and it just smacks against the bar. Well, not against the bar, but against the post. And the goalkeeper was beaten, and the rebound could not be put in. And, well, they had Dan Burn on the line as well. It looks like it was De Ligt with the rebound, in fact, not Højlund. But nevertheless, it struck the post on the first header from Harry Maguire. And Newcastle United really had a warning shot fired across their bow there. Media radio jingles and media radio jingles in game. He says, "No, Chris, and I agree with Paul that that was one of the best clubs in the world. Has really gone downhill." Chris Unwin referring to the one that hit the post, so close. And indeed it was. But Manchester United have really started off the better in this second half, as that's cleared away this time by Dan Burn just ahead of Rasmus Højlund. And fighting to keep control of possession of this ball is Alexander Isak. He's fouled by Lisandro Martinez, and it's going to be a free kick. But I'll tell you, it looks to me like Manchester United have come out in this second half a lot better. Lisandro Martinez getting the first yellow card there in this game for that challenge. It's a poor challenge. And a free kick on 62 minutes for Newcastle United. I think this game could get very interesting if Manchester United score the next goal. Bruno Guimaraes now as a free kick. It's about 5 yards in from the touchline on the left-hand side, midway inside the Manchester United half of the field. It's going to be Bruno Guimaraes to take it. Going to go long there into the penalty area, and it's headed out there by Casemiro, headed on by Ericsson, but only as far as Jacob Murphy, who heads the ball on, but Ericsson nips in and wins that ball back, and they almost gave it away there. Joel Linton nearly won the ball back off Casemiro. Anyway, it's finally cleared downfield into the Newcastle half, and Tino Livramento just ushers it back to the goalkeeper. And now here's Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes inside the centre circle. Oh, it's a really good ball there to Tino Livramento. Now here's Jacob Murphy. Murphy cutting across the width of the pitch, gives the ball to Joel Linton. Joel Linton just turning away from Kobbie Mainoo. Here's Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon out wide to Livramento. Forward to Gordon down this right-hand side. Anthony Gordon goes down. He's appealing for the foul. I think it has in fact been given. And a free kick to Newcastle United in a pretty dangerous position. It's level with the Manchester United penalty area. Change is now being made, and it looks like Garnacho is coming on, along with Lenny Yoro. So we are going to see Lenny Yoro and Garnacho coming on, perhaps after this free kick. That will add some extra impetus to the Manchester United attack as they try to get into this. And it's Lewis Hall that's going to take this free kick. He's going to swing this one in. It's down the right-hand side. Let's see if Newcastle can get anything on the end of this one. It's Lewis Hall. Swings this one in towards the back post and headed out there by Matthijs de Ligt. Only as far as Alexander Isak. In front of him is Nusa Mesraoui. Good challenge there. And looks like we are now going to see Alejandro Garnacho and Lenny Yoro. Coming off is Casemiro. And let's see who else is coming off for Lenny Yoro. It is... not quite sure who it is. It's Lisandro Martinez coming off, and he hands the captain's armband over to Harry Maguire. So Lisandro Martinez and Casemiro go off, and Lenny Yoro and Alejandro Garnacho are on. That should add some extra attacking impetus to Manchester United. Let's see if they can create anything in this game. Anthony Gordon just drops the ball back inside his own half, and it's knocked back to the goalkeeper by Fabian Schär. Cleared downfield by Martin Dubravka, and played forward looking for Anthony Gordon, and Anthony Gordon goes across there. That's a good challenge by Nusa Mesraoui. He manages to get the ball there to Alexander Isak. Isak just drops the ball to Lewis Hall. Hall runs the ball out of play there, off Matthijs de Ligt, and it's going to be a throw-in for Newcastle United. And it's dropped back here to Fabian Schär. Chris says, but this could be a good half for Manchester United. They carry on with this play. Well, they are playing very, very well in this second half. It has to be said. It's like black and white from the first half. Here is Anthony Gordon, plays the ball to Joel Linton. He drops it back to Sandro Tonali. Tonali drops the ball back into his own half and gives the ball now to Fabian Schär. Schär plays the ball forward, and it's left by Isak, otherwise he'd been offside. Onana comes out for this one, and chasing it was Anthony Gordon, but Onana gets out quick enough. And, well, it looks like Anthony Gordon is down there, but he may have been in an offside position anyway. But he clattered there with Andre Onana, and it looks like he's come off worse for it. It's a free kick for Manchester United. Andre Onana is going to take it. Indeed, he was in an offside position. Well, time ticking down. It's only 11 minutes to go at Portman Road, and Ipswich are still 2 goals to the good there. Here's Diogo Dalla, 2-1 to Aston Villa at Villa Park. And here's Livramento to Sandro Tonali. Tonali lifts the ball over the top, looking for Livramento. But all that does is come through to Kobe Mainoo, and he just puts the ball down. It's a free kick, as Newcastle seems to be the ones doing all the chasing in this second half. Here's Eriksson. Eriksson plays the ball to Harry Maguire. Maguire, long ball forward. And Rasmus Højlund chasing this one back. Good challenge there by Fabian Schär. And there is Joel Linton, plays the ball to Guimaraes. Guimaraes down this right-hand side to Tino Livramento. Just turning away there from Garnacho. Gives the ball to Bruno Guimaraes again. And goes back to the goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka. He plays the ball out to Lewis Hall. Hall plays the ball forward to the number 14, Alexander Isak. Isak plays the ball through, chasing it is Hall. And Hall has the ball now. He's inside the penalty area. Hall with a shot, and it's wide of the goal. And that's really the first sight of goal that Newcastle has had in this second half. We've had 67 minutes gone here. It's Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 2. And we haven't only seen the one substitution so far from Eddie Howe. We'll wait and see if he makes any further changes as Manchester United just trying to claw their way back into this game. I also have the player of the match to call later on as well. And I only have 1 or 2 names in mind for that, but I'm going to keep that to myself for now, secret. As the ball is now with the number 5, Harry Maguire, from Lenny Yoro, and now here's Matthijs de Ligt. Drops it back to the goalkeeper. And it's downfield there by Onana. And picked up in by the number 5, Fabian Schär, and here's Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes drops the ball over there to Lewis Hall, and Guimaraes again. And now Bruno Guimaraes one more time. He's got time available on the ball right now. He's just going to drop the ball to Sandro Tonali, who gives it to Livramento. Livramento to Murphy. Newcastle just trying to take some of the sting out of the game right now. Guimaraes drops the ball back to Livramento. Good play by the England international. Sets Isak off on his way. Diogo Dalla comes across and tries to make that challenge, but Isak keeps possession. It's Isak again. Oh, skipping by 1 and by 2. And Guimaraes again. It's now Sandro Tonali. Tonali looking for Jacob Murphy down the right-hand side. Murphy, there's Guimaraes. And here's a chance for Timo Livramento. Plays it across the 6-yard box. Oh, nobody there on the end of it. But here's Lewis Hall on the other side, left-hand side this time. Drops the ball back to Dan Burn, to Joel Linton, to Sandro Tonali. Tonali overlapping there was was Jacob Murphy, but Manchester United just managed to clear the ball there. It's won back again by Sandro Tonali, and now Newcastle just having a period of possession. Here's Guimaraes. Excuse me. Quick 1-2 there with Alexander Isak. Joel Linton. And here's Lewis Hall. Drops the ball back there to Dan Burn and Bruno Guimaraes again with 20 minutes left to play in this one. And it appears I have a producer. Praise the Lord. Okay, here is 21. Tino Livramento drops the ball back to the number 5, Fabian Schär. And he gives the ball across there to Dan Burn. And Lewis Hall just drops the ball back to the edge of the penalty area. And Fabian Schär now gives the ball to Joel Linton. Joel Linton, quick 1-2 with the number 8, Sandro Tonali. Livramento, Tonali. Schär, as Newcastle just trying to keep possession, making Manchester United do all the running. And it's cleared away there, just over his head there from Martin Dubravka. And United now have possession, and it's Amad Diallo getting into the penalty area. The shot is blocked by Bruno Guimaraes. It breaks loose towards the corner flag, and it's cleared away by Hall to the halfway line, which Harry Maguire will pick up. He gets there before Isak. Maguire gets the ball back just inside the centre circle now, and gives the ball to Lenny Yoro just over the halfway line. Yoro just drops the ball to Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo back to Yoro. Yoro to Harry Maguire. And Maguire just plays the ball over the halfway line. It was nipping in and won by Højlund. Good play by the Danish international. Here's Mainoo. Gives the ball to Casemiro. It's Højlund again. Good ball out wide to Amad Diallo. Diallo cutting to the penalty area, right hand side. Drops the ball back to Mazraoui. Mazraoui trying to get to the byline to get the cross in. Oh, he does. It goes behind everybody, and it's cleared away by Jacob Murphy over into the Manchester United half of the field. And Matthijs de Ligt. And it goes back there to Harry Maguire. Manchester United just holding up possession right now. There is 18 minutes to go in this one. And Newcastle United holding out for the 2-goal lead. They could go 4 games without conceding a goal if they can hold on to this scoreline until the end of the game. Here is Maguire. Maguire over to Diallo on the far side. Diallo now cutting inside the penalty area. Oh, that's a fine challenge by Lewis Hall. Oh, super challenge, stopping Diallo in his tracks there. He really has been very impressive over on that far side, both defensively and offensively. We're going to have a corner now for Manchester United. And it is 2-0 to the Magpies. Corner is going to be taken by Eriksson. It's outswung, the heads go up, and it's just wide. Oh, Diogo Dalla got on the end of that, and it just went wide. Actually, I believe that was Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro just got on the end of that. Oh, and he diverted it wide. And you have to say, that was a chance. It's just wide, but really he should have hit the target from there. That has to go down as a chance for Manchester United. And it goes wide by Lenny Yoro. And Marcus Rashford, you've got to wonder if we're going to see him before the end of the game. I know he's already stated his intent to leave Manchester United, but at the moment they really need him. And here is Sandro Tonali. Anthony Gordon plays the ball forward. It's Tonali again down the right-hand side, but the official's flag has gone up on the far side, and it's offside. Well, Manchester United now have the ball, and it is Garnacho. Garnacho been quiet since he's come on. Here's a foul there on Bruno Guimaraes from Christian Eriksen, perhaps a little out of frustration more than anything else. But it is a free kick now for Newcastle United. Also want to take the opportunity to thank everyone that's tuned in today at whatever point you've joined the game. Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you spending your valuable time with us this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed the game so far. If you're just joining us, you've missed both goals. Goal on 4 minutes from Alexander Isak and 19 minutes from Joel Linton. And 2-0 is the score right now. Russ has asked me who I think would have been the better team so far. Well, the first half, Newcastle, no question. I think in the second half, Manchester United have been a little bit better, just shaded it slightly in the second half, as Alexander Isak is caught in an offside position, and it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United, as it's taken quickly by Lenny Yoro. Yoro just plays the ball over the halfway line here to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen plays the ball back there to the number 37, Kobe Mainoo. And Harry Maguire back to Mainoo again. Mainoo to Yoro. Yoro just holds the ball up at full time. I will give you all of a classified check on the Premier League scores of yesterday and today before we go off air tonight. There's Kobe Mainoo, and just to let you know, we will be back on Wednesday for New Year's Day for Brentford versus Arsenal. Join me for that one on New Year's Day at the G-Tech Community Stadium. And the ball is out wide now for Amad Diallo, and the ball goes out of play for a throw-in. As the link-up play just not quite there that time for Manchester United. In the second half, you can see Manchester United have had 7 attempts to Newcastle's 1 in the second half. Manchester United, I'd say, being the better team there, but there's a foul there on Lewis Hall, and it's going to be a free kick. Brighton and Hove Albion have just equalised at Villa Park. We'll get you the goal scorer for Brighton in a few moments, and a couple of comments in the comment section. Media, radio, jingles and gaming says, of course, enjoying the match and your fantastic commentary work you do, Paul. Thank you so much for that. This is the very final Commentary Hub live stream of 2024, that is. Indeed it is. We're actually not back till New Year's Day now, Wednesday, when Brentford plays Arsenal. So that will be, do join us for that. I'm sure that will be a very interesting game. Brentford very good at home. Newcastle, Arsenal, of course, trying to keep up with the title race. I'm just getting a glimpse now at the equaliser from Brighton. It looks like, that's a superb finish. It's a great goal. I'm just not quite sure who got the goal. I'm sure Russ will provide that information for me in due time. But here comes Diogo Dalot now for Manchester United. Goes out of play off Bruno Guimaraes, and it's a throw-in for Manchester United. It's taken quickly. And it's now with Lenny Yoro. And the ball is across to Matthijs de Ligt. And now here's Yoro again. Places the ball forward, drops it from Diogo Dalot. And Harry Maguire just has the ball inside his own half. Drops the ball there to Yoro, who gives the ball to Diogo Dalot. And going back to Yoro again, who sprays the ball. It's Tariq Lamptey on 81 minutes is the goal. Thanks for that, Ross. Here's Anthony Gordon, just plays the ball to Eriksen, nipped in and won the ball back, and Anthony Gordon almost nipped in and won it back again. It was a short pass back to Matthijs de Ligt. And here comes Manchester United now, and it's another poor pass. This time from Harry Maguire. Manchester United, well, I have to say, the passing hasn't been great throughout much of the game, has it? It's been in that sense, when you watch the YouTube videos later, and I'm sure, a lot of people like to watch some of the more bigger YouTube channels, like the United Stand and maybe Flying Pig United. I sometimes watch those myself. It's always interesting to hear their viewpoints on it. And to be honest with you, from Manchester United fans, I'm always interested in hearing their viewpoints on the game, because at the moment this is not a fun time to be a Manchester United fan. Anthony preparing himself on the bench to come on. I think also is one other substitution there, which is the other striker there for Manchester United, Marcus Rashford. As going down there under the challenge is Fabian Schär. And let's just take a look at this. Fabian Schär, his arms all over Rasmus Højlund there. So that's going to be a free kick. And a yellow card for Fabian Schär, Newcastle's first of the game. And that is his 5th yellow card. So that, of course, means that Fabian Schär misses the next game. So that's bad news for Fabian Schär and for Newcastle United. Here's a free kick, taken quickly forward by Eriksen. Oh, the ball is bouncing loose. Is Højlund going to get there? No, that's good defensive play by Lewis Hall. Just nips in ahead of Højlund and ushers that back to the goalkeeper. Really quick free kick that time. It was flicked on by Matthijs de Ligt, but it just didn't fall right for Højlund. And it's gone straight through to the goalkeeper. He releases it to Tino Livramento. There's 4 minutes of stoppage time in the Ipswich v Chelsea game. Ipswich still winning by 2-0. As here's Sandro Tonali, challenged under pressure, and the ball breaks loose to Diogo Dalla. Here's Alejandro Garnacho. Oh, good challenge by Bruno Guimaraes on Garnacho. Oh, good play. And Guimaraes now just placing the ball forward. And, well, it goes out of play. Anthony is about ready to come on. Rashford was looking at coming on. I'm not sure whether he is now. But he was down there a moment ago. So we're going to see the substitution for Anthony very shortly now. And the ball is played forward to Garnacho. Garnacho has got just in front of him Tino Livramento. He drops the ball back to Diogo Dalla. Across there to Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo lifts the ball into the box. It's headed on. And here's a chance for Diallo. Oh, wonderful challenge by Lewis Hall. Not for the first time. Here's Højlund, and it's blocked again. And a shot comes back to Eriksen with a shot over the crossbar. Oh, and the flag goes up. But what a block again by Lewis Hall. Just getting right in front here. This is such good play. Nusa Mazraoui heads it down to Diallo. And what a challenge by Lewis Hall. Oh, he has been fantastic today. And the block again by Dan Burn from Højlund before Eriksen blazed it over the crossbar. Anthony is now on, and Matthijs de Ligt is now off. So they've gone for a very attacking substitution here. 83 minutes gone on the clock. Manchester United still 2 goals down at home to Newcastle United. That is the 4th substitution for Ruben Amorim. It's cleared downfield and header won by Maguire. He gives it to Mainoo. Mainoo releases the ball to Anthony, and now here is Diallo. Diallo drops it back to Anthony. Mainoo back to Diallo again. Diallo swings the cross in, but it's over everybody's head. It's a disappointing ball in the end, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And I am just going to pass on my player of the match. But just first things first, Harvey Barnes is coming on for Newcastle, along with, looks like Joe Willock as well are also coming on. So double substitution for Newcastle as they attempt to wrap this thing up. I'm just going to give my player of the match to Ross. And the ball is with Diogo Dalla now. Diogo Dalla just drops the ball there back to the number 15, Lenny Yoro. 78% possession in the last 10 minutes for United as that ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Newcastle United. Ipswich and Chelsea has finished with Chelsea losing to Ipswich. That is quite incredible, but let's see who's coming on here as the substitutions are being made. Joe Murphy is one to come off, and the other one, by the looks of it, is Anthony Gordon. So Anthony Gordon is off, and so is Jacob Murphy. Good performances by both of those chaps as the substitutes now making way. Harvey Barnes on, to be followed by Joe Willock. And Newcastle United still 2 goals to the good in this game. And the throw-in is going to be taken in just a few moments' time. We're just seeing some pictures from Portman Road with Ipswich's victory over Chelsea. Certainly embarking a happy end to the year for Ipswich. Big shot there. Nottingham Forest fans will also appreciate that, as that does keep them in second place, at least for the time being. As Amad Diallo just trying to skip into the penalty area, but he just lost control of it, and it just rolls through to the goalkeeper. And the ball is played forward by Tonali, and Harry Maguire is the only one inside. No Newcastle players inside the Manchester United half of the field, so he just casually passes the ball to Lenny Yoro. We'll be giving the player of the match in about 2 or 3 minutes' time, as it's now back with Yoro again. Yoro across to Maguire. Maguire plays the ball forward, and chasing and cutting across here is Fabian Schär. Good play by Schär, dropped to Lewis Hall, and back there to Martin Dubravka, clears the ball downfield, and out of play for a throw-in to Manchester United. And well, what a performance altogether by Newcastle in this game. I think they can be very proud of this performance if they can maintain without conceding. That is 4 games without conceding a goal, and a very impressive goals ratio at that as well. That's 13 goals in 4 games. It's really impressive. As Mazraoui plays the ball forward, dropped back by Hoyland. Kerbin Niadu says maybe relegation is what needed to escape the mediocrity at MUFC. Hi Kerbin, thanks very much for reaching out to us. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for commenting, and thanks for listening in today. It's good to hear from you. And a free kick now. And we're inside the last 3 minutes, but Manchester United have a free kick with Christian Eriksen, as time is running out for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United this afternoon. Eriksen will take the free kick. He's going to launch it into the penalty area. And the Old Trafford crowd, in fairness to them, they haven't departed in numbers. Still a few here. And it's Christian Eriksen swinging the ball in. It just escapes everybody's head. Dan Burn heads it. Maybe didn't get a call from Dubravka, but it adds extra pressure to the Newcastle defence. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo just trying to get away there from Joe Willock. That's really good defending, and he clears it downfield. And at the next stoppage of play, I'm going to give my man of the match, as sponsored by the brilliant commentary services. As here is picking up the ball. Here is Anthony. He just drops it back to Nusa Mazraoui. Diallo, and the referee has seen something. I'm not sure what exactly, but he stopped play for no reason. I'm not sure for what. I'm just trying to figure this out here. Oh, it's Harry Maguire's push on Dan Burn. So it's going to be a free kick, as Manchester United fans now are beginning to leave. And it's been another disappointing day for them. It's been a miserable Christmas period. They've lost 3 over this festive period, and it has just been one miserable game after another. Here is Dan Burn, long ball, and that's an opportunity now for Harvey Barnes inside the penalty area. He's under pressure from Anthony, but this is good work by Harvey Barnes, maintaining possession. I haven't forgotten player of the match. I will be giving it very shortly. Here is Bruno Guimaraes. Good ball to Lewis Hall. Hall drops the ball back to Guimaraes. He drops the ball there to Tonali and back to Guimaraes, and here's Joe Linton. Timo Livramento to Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes goes down, and that'll be a free kick to Newcastle United. So today's man of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, I am giving it to Newcastle's number 20, Lewis Hall. He assisted on one of the goals. He's been defensively brilliant and has looked a threat going forward all the way through the game. So today's player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Newcastle's number 20, Lewis Hall. And we have 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. Andre Onana is going to clear the ball downfield now for Manchester United, and Sandro Tonali heads the ball on, but it's brought down comfortably by Nasser Mazraoui. And here's Anthony now, just close control by Anthony. He goes chasing the ball, but has he been fouled there by Lewis Hall? The referee says no. Anthony disagrees and has a word with the official. Probably said something that I can't repeat on the airwaves. But here now, the ball has been given away, and it's now with Diallo. He's given the ball now to Garnacho. Garnacho still has possession. He's going down the left side, but that's a really good challenge by Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes plays the ball forward to Tonali. Guimaraes again, this time just plays it off Garnacho. It goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. They're still playing. They're in the 7th minute of stoppage time at Villa Park. 2-2 there. In fact, that game has now just finished. So it's 2-2 at Villa Park between Brighton and Chelsea. What that does mean for the table means that it's as you were, really. Chelsea move into stay in 4th place. Newcastle keep the points tight there. If they can hold on to this victory, try to get into the top 4. They're within 3 points of that now, if they can hold on today. And Nottingham Forest remain in 2nd place for now at the end of the calendar year. And if Arsenal beat Brentford on New Year's Day, they'll move into that position. As we take a look at some of these Manchester United fans, and to say they're not happy is an understatement. And well, the camera's just showing some of them right now, and I know some of these fans, they travel a long way to watch this. I know some people come from country to country to watch Manchester United. And they're not going to be happy with what they've seen in this game as a whole and collectively. Free kick for Newcastle United, which Fabian Schär will take. Schär plays the ball forward, and that's won by Harry Maguire. Good defensive play that time. And here's Kobe Mainoo. Diogo Dalot just plays the ball forward. Chasing this one is Rasmus Højlund. Højlund holds the ball up. Good play by him. And he tries to drop it back to Garnacho, but it goes out of play. Must have come off a Newcastle player. It's a throw into Manchester United. Here's Garnacho again. Garnacho trying to get to the byline. Tries to get the cross in, but that's a good play by Livramento blocking that. Guimaraes now plays the ball forward to Isak. Good challenge by Maguire, but it's considered to be a foul, and that's it. It's full time. It's 4 games without conceding for Newcastle United. It's 3 on the bounce with a defeat without scoring for Manchester United. And, well, it's 5 defeats in 6 for the Red Devils. 3 games now without scoring a goal and conceding 7 goals in those 3 games. It's been a miserable Christmas period for Manchester United fans. The goals from Alexander Isak on 4 minutes, Joe Linton on 19 minutes is the difference. And, well, it's just been one of those days. We are full time here now. The Newcastle fans can celebrate. Manchester United fans will go home and wonder what's next. We've got a couple of comments in the comment section. Newcastle United still have a chance for third, but I'm also not happy with Man United's play tonight. We were obviously better in the second half than in the first, but I'm just not happy with this at Christmas as well. Yes, indeed, it has been a drudgeonous Christmas for Manchester United. Chris, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. Maybe grab yourself a beer tonight and try to forget about it. I feel for you, my friend. I really do. I feel for you. All right, well, let's go ahead and go through a comprehensive Premier League scores from the last 2 days, starting with the results from yesterday. Leicester 0, Manchester City 2. Crystal Palace 2, Southampton 1. Everton 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. Tottenham 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. West Ham United 0, Liverpool 5. From today, it is Aston Villa 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Ipswich 2, Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 2. And that brings our programme to an end. Please do join us again on New Year's Day for Brentford against Arsenal. Brentford, very good team at home. Arsenal chasing down the title as well. So join us for that one. I will be in the hot seat again for that. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We really appreciate the time that you spend listening. And thank you for commenting, Chris, Cribbin, Media Radio, Jingles and Gaming. Thank you all, and have yourself a wonderful evening and have a really happy New Year's celebrations. Thank you. Bye for now.